Radio.
Am I in the frame? Am I good?
We're good. You're good.
Solid. Let's get you off the ground, God. Oh, it doesn't. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to Black Ink Radio.
You go, shut up.
Yeah,
We got that sensual talking now.
you know. Black Ink After Dark.
And that's coming
Ow.
right after your show.
Ow.
All right.
Sometimes I wake up in the morning, smell, listen, I see.
I'm feeling beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Beauty truly irrefutable. Life a movie and it's my girl is beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. She a cutie with a booty too. From a doobie to a everything beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Take this out and make it suitable. Like a baby out of my life is beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm a spirit in a human suit, but I wear it like a Gucci Having a beautiful day. I wake up in my room and I pray. Then I go to the hoop and I play. Then I go to the booth and I aim. When I saw a rain cloud in the sky, I woke up and blew it away. I make it blue and it's gray. There's nothing as new as today. I say what I do and I do what I say. I've been trying to make lucrative pay. Do the usual unusual ways. Then I throw a mushroom and I lay. Now I'm trying to have a beautiful night. I see more than what you view in your sight. You get blinded cause the future is bright. I get flyer than the flu in the flight.
You sideline and never flew you a kite. We aligned with a stewardess height. That's pretty high. Predictive vibe, dive deep in it like a Buddha's advice. I feel like God looking through the eye of the holy, but hold up. Yeah, flipping through the scribe pages, I go over like we do you try. It's a beauty. When I go to work, knowing on the shit, gotta let me do my duty. You don't mind, that's a ruby, dig it. I be dropping jewelry, cutie plotting on my future youth. But my girl I got is beautiful. Booty around like a hula hoop, and I'ma work the box like a cubicle.
I'm feeling beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Beauty truly irrefutable. Life a movie and it's my girl is beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. She a cutie with a booty too. From a doobie to a everything beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Take this out and make it suitable. Like a baby out of my life is beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm a spirit in a human suit, but I wear it like a Gucci suit.
Never should've counted me out of the game. I'm infinite, this guy body intended to potty the plane. My skin tinted, honey dip got them walls mad cause they calling it out of my range. Whenever that piney go drip, got them thirsty to copy my shit, now I'm filing a claim. Priority sky high, my aesthetic been different. They got the roof off for the ash done, but my third eye film missing. Means when I'm traveling, might be astral, sort of projectile wing missile. Moroccan textiles on me, neck stocked like the Joe Bird Gym District. Life like this is a fine art, fuck Rembrandt. This is Basquiat in a gold frame. Black like hematite, brother, I'm the phenotype with this holy bloodline. This don't wonder why I'm so vain. Got A1 grade 4C locks on a 5D stage. This kind of frequency, such a gorgeous trip. Get aboard, come and ride these waves. Rock is beautiful.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Beauty truly irrefutable. Life a movie and it's my girl is beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. She a cutie with a booty too. From a doobie to a everything beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Take this out and make it suitable. Like a baby out of my life is beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm a spirit in a human suit, but I wear it like a Gucci suit.
Y'all, that was Cambada featuring Ciroc, beautiful, y'all. Peace and blessings, beautiful people. This is Girl High Heels. Not for the shoes, but for the healing of energy, the teleportation of higher vibrations. Get with it. You are now listening to Oracle Connect live on Black Ink Radio. So today is the first installment of my I Love You Black Man series. So the thing is, the first episode I had here we talked about the legacy of Kevin Samuels, right? And after really thinking about it, I felt like his legacy, well, first off, I like to take the positive, okay? So we know that he was a little bit harsh, but the positive part of his legacy was that this was the first time that our men felt heard. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Like, this was the first time that it seemed like somebody cared about how they feel. So I want to keep that energy going that, you know, at the end of the day, he was one of our brothers, and I want to keep that positive part of his legacy going so we can continue to have these conversations. I feel like I keep hearing too much.
No, somebody's phone is playing music.
Oh.
That's not.
It's my phone playing.
Right. You need to hear yourself.
I know. I'm
headphones
like,
back on.
hold
It was-
on.
I thought it was coming from outside.
Yeah, I was like, where is this noise?
It's still playing the music though.
It's
you-
still,
Yeah.
let me see. Is it on my phone playing?
Whoever's on the YouTube.
Am I? Oh, I see. Hold up, y'all. This is a little. I was trying to be extra. No, because I was trying to be extra and I was doing too much. But now I'm not doing too much anymore. It's still my phone? Go ahead and introduce. This is my first guest for the I Love You Black Men series. You can go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right, what's good? What's up? What's happening, people? It's yours truly, Benjamine Divine, a.k.a. Divine Rhymes, affectionately known as Divine Rhymes. Mr. Gemstone Dripping himself. I am a poet. I am a jeweler. I am a healer. I am many of things. I'm a god. I am...
Period.
Well, I don't say that, but yeah, y'all get it.
There we go. We got the hand clap. That's a little bit more line than the period.
Facts.
Yes. So, I decided to start this series.
You know, I live in East Point. I don't live in Midtown.
East Point. Oh, you know what? You cold for that. Don't do Midtown like that. That's more Buckhead-ish.
What's wrong with Buckhead or Midtown?
Because
That's what? Talk about it.
that's where the others reside.
Oh, no. It's no.
The others.
I respect to the
I don't know
community.
what to say. I don't know how to
Who
say
are the
it.
others?
You know what I'm saying.
I want to watch the movies.
The in-betweens.
Oh. Well, they're everywhere in Atlanta now.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about some other stuff.
Oh,
Never mind. You're not getting what I'm
yeah,
saying.
I really ain't. I'm not
I
catching.
don't think he's picking up what you're putting down.
No.
Remember what I was talking about with the centaur the other day?
The Centaur?
Yes.
Sorry.
Never mind. Oh, Miss C, that's who I was talking to about the centaur. So, I was saying that. Never mind. Let's not even go there.
Right.
All right, let's get it going.
That's a good way to break open this conversation.
Let's get it going. So, look, I decided to start this series because, you know, one day I was with a group of women.
Girls.
Women.
That's a joke.
Well, they were kind of
Yeah.
girls. With their thought
Females.
process,
It
they
was
were
girls.
girls.
Okay.
Because it was about 6 of us, and one of the girls was talking about the dude that she dealt with, and she's been dealing with him for 4 years. And she was like, you know, he started off doing everything I like, you know, doing all this, doing all that, and now he doesn't do anything anymore. Like
Damn.
he doesn't come close to doing what he was doing at the beginning. So they all like, oh, fuck that nigga, you know,
Yeah.
catching air
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, well, I mean, how does he feel?
Right.
And she just, like, her face was like,
Like, what do you mean?
yeah. And they was all like, oh, it ain't about how he feel. And then so she's continuing. And she was just like, you know, I feel like I don't even know this man. Like, it's been 4 years and I feel like I don't even know him.
Duh.
And I was like, well, I
You
mean.
don't.
Right. And I was like, well, have you ever asked him, like, what he likes to do? Because the whole thing was that he doesn't do all the things she likes anymore. And so I was like, well, what does he like? And she still was, like, puzzled. And I'm like, so, like, can you order his food without him being present?
No.
And she was, and I'm like, after 4 years, if you feel like you don't know the man, you can't even order his food after he was present. I mean, when he's not present. So then they kept talking because, you know, they kept cutting me off. All the other women kept cutting me off.
Of course.
So finally, she was like, well, you know, the thing is, he doesn't even bring our kids together. We both have kids, but he don't bring our kids together. I said, well, that's because you haven't done anything to prove to him that you are worth being with.
Yeah, around other kids either.
Right,
Yeah.
and everybody was like, she don't gotta prove nothing to him, and I was like, well, I mean, I'm just saying,
Man, yeah.
like, if he hasn't brought his kids around your kids, then that means nothing about you has let him know that he wants to marry you.
Yeah, you ain't solidified.
Right.
This ain't long term.
Right.
Because I ain't bringing my kids around nobody. So that means it wasn't worthy of meeting you yet.
Right. But
Or
see,
at least being around you like that.
Right, but the thing is, though, the women was like, because he takes her on trips. Like, well, he done taken her on trips. I said, taking on trips
So
is a
what?
totally different thing than bringing
That's
the
a
kids
date
together.
nowadays.
Right.
Going on a trip is a date.
It's a psychological term for that. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's called hindsight bias. That's the perception of a relationship when none does exist.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
That's deep.
You said the perception of a
The
relationship.
perception of a relationship
when
when
one
none does not exist.
When no perception exists?
No, the
when
relationship
does-
itself does not exist.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So what he's saying is that she, in her perception, has a
She's
relationship.
on that Heather Hadley in my mind.
She's in a relationship, but he's not.
Yes, pretty much.
Right.
But the thing about it was, I had shared this with one of my other male friends, and it just shocked me that none of the women were willing to listen to what I had to say. And it was like, it was a complete aversion to thinking of the man, to wondering what he liked. Everything was about what she wanted and what she liked. And the fact that he stopped doing it, that meant to move on. It didn't mean to tap back into this man. So that's why I feel like it's really important for us. I want to, you know, every time I have one of these episodes, I want to have another conscious black man to come on. And I say conscious specifically because I don't want it to be an abusive man or an arrogant man. I want it to be a man who's really present so we can really get your perspective and really have an understanding of where y'all are coming from, because that happy wife, happy life, that's done. You know what I'm saying? Because it needs to be happy spouse, happy house, because we need to both be represented. Like, I think that it's really that time of not considering the man is over, because y'all are supposed to be our foundation. Y'all are supposed to be the backbone. So if our foundation, if we not checking up on our foundation, then our house is going to crumble, which is why we see ourselves in the position that we see it today.
Facts.
So, opening up, I do want to ask, just to get your background. So, are you married?
Then I'm not. You know, before we get into that, I just want to say thank you for even acknowledging those things about me.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely know how to make a dark skinned man blush.
Hey.
And but like for real, because those are qualities about myself that I was always taught that if you had to go around like speaking those things, it's one thing if speaking into existence, but if you gotta consistently big up yourself or say that you are something and your actions don't add up to it, then that's false flagging.
Right.
So it's like I let the demonstration and the way how I move and what I stand for, and just like in everything that I do, speak on behalf of my character and everything. So it's dope to have that to be acknowledged, especially by a black woman.
Yeah.
So yeah, kudos on that.
Ashe.
Melanated woman, let me.
Melanated.
Yeah.
A very nicely a very nice melanated woman at that. I'm sorry, let me stop. Anywho.
This that cancer shit,
You're
y'all.
right. I was gonna say I can't just be normal
just playing.
with another cancer sitting
Yeah,
here.
just
Like,
say, you know, if that's
Man,
how you
look, we
feel,
about
just
to have
own it.
we about to have fun,
Yeah.
just reflections, because see, everybody always thinks
I just don't like how you said you was playing at the end of it. You could have just.
No,
left
she's
it
just
where it was
serious.
I'm serious.
at. I know she's serious, but
Well,
you know,
I-
it's kind of like a thing where
You
it's
know,
like,
she start playing with her locks like this.
yeah. My thing is just I feel like you should just own it. Don't say a nice melanated woman and say, oh, I'm playing. Like, you ain't playing. That's how you feel. That's what it
Yes,
is.
I like to make sure that I stay on the line of being humble and not arrogant. So
That's not arrogance.
Wait, hold on.
It's not.
Here
it's
we
okay.
go with the humble.
Yeah, fuck, I don't like humble.
I already know.
Yeah.
Everybody's like,
Boom.
don't downgrade yourself. But
You
it's
have
just
humility.
I like.
You have humility.
Yes.
I
like
don't
to
see
make
not one star in the sky not shining because the sun there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And I don't see the sun, you know, being mad at the star for shining.
Right.
And I don't see anybody bothering anybody. Everybody got their place. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Thanks.
That's
So let me
it.
take
Do your
my place
thing.
as the star.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or the sun, whichever one you want.
Thanks.
It's your world.
It is my world, and we all just living it now. So, see, that's a.
Now you're going too far, Biggs.
So, let's get some background on you. So, are you married?
I'm not.
Have you ever been married?
I haven't.
Do you have children?
I do. 2 very beautiful sons.
Okay. Are they with the same woman?
They're not.
Okay. How old were you when you first had a child?
I'm 34 now. Moosa's about to be 10, so around 23, 24.
Okay. I love how men have to like fish for those type of answers. Like I know exactly how old I was, but y'all just be like,
It's
"Look,
because of how much y'all say it.
what?
I was 25 when I had. We don't run around saying it as much as y'all do. Y'all know because y'all know.
Yes.
Because y'all done planned from when y'all was 12 when y'all got your first kid. So by the time it don't happen when you thought it was, and then when it does happen, you are very conscious of it. You know.
Is that the case?
You know, actually,
I feel.
for me, it was a little bit different because I was a young man who was thinking of baby names in high school because I always wanted to be a father since I was 8 years old. So, and that was a very conscious decision. And I always wanted to have a little girl. That never happened. Rest in power to my deceased daughter. And then life happens, and God has a very interesting way of giving you what you need. We make plans, and God laughs at them. So that's pretty much what happened with both my children. They wasn't planned, but they were still divinely planned.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So do you mind me asking, why are you not with either one of the... all this has a reason, so we can have an idea of where you're coming from and where you're coming from in life, in your experience. So now, once we really hear you, we can put it into context. So why are you not with either one of them?
Well, with the mother of my oldest... I'm not. With the mother of my oldest... that situation was a little bit different. I didn't even know my son existed at first. And then when I did, it was a long, drawn-out process over like years just to even get a DNA test. So then when that finally happened, and once again, God made all that happen because it really went from a very negative, toxic situation to being beautiful and on the upside. With the mother of my youngest, it's not necessarily being evenly yoked. She's definitely not a bad woman. She's definitely not a bad woman. One of actually the healthiest relationships that I have experienced. We're just on two completely different paths in life. Like we have two completely different purposes. And if it's meant for that to work, then okay. If it's not, it's not. But at the end of the day, that does not prohibit my presence as a father. And I'm very blessed to say I don't have no baby mama drama.
Lovely.
Like I don't even address them like that. I say I have, the mother of my children. I feel like if you keep using that term, you're going to attract exactly what all comes with that.
The baby mama drama.
Exactly.
Okay. So how is it that you got to a place where you have children with them, but it didn't align? Do you feel like what did you feel was the misstep between the two of y'all aligning?
With who?
With we'll say your youngest child's mom.
The youngest, it's another reason why we're here. It's the...
And this isn't to talk negative of anyone.
Oh, no,
First off,
no.
this is
That
all really to
not.
learn because we learn from our mistakes. We learn from any kind of missteps, and we want to hear this because sometimes women, we don't hear their side of the story as to why. So we'll just have our side and then run with it. But I do want to hear your perspective of what happened or whatever the misstep was.
The misstep is, in a nutshell, to say the least, it's we're literally on two different paths on how we evolve and grow. And then I just understand that she was not raised or didn't get the influence on how to actually be with a man and in certain ways even be a woman. So and this is not definitely throwing her under the bus or anything like that.
No, not at all.
The beautiful thing about it, like we've had those conversations and she's definitely on her journey to doing what she needs to do for herself. It's just that the time we're going two different paths. You know, it's the tortoise versus the hare, or like you say, some things are for a season, some things are for a lifetime. Right. Who knows? It may come back around like Love Jones.
Right. Nina.
So if it does, it does. If it don't, it don't. But that doesn't prohibit us from being the most amazing parents to our young child.
Yeah.
And we're still friends. Like, we're still good friends. So it's not like we have beef or anything like that. I just saw it before I came in. Like.
So I have a question then for the men. When you say about knowing how to really be a woman, what does that mean? Like when you have a partner, what does that mean that she does to show you that she knows how to be a woman or fulfill her role as her woman to you?
I think that's a loaded question.
Y'all know you take a turn, so get ready for your answer too, because we need to know this.
I think part of it is being aware of what we call the divine femininity. You know, just knowing just certain aspects about the power that you behold. Along with that, being able to be a good listener. Matter of fact, I could say it best like this. It's a poet by the name of Ocean. And if you're ever hearing this, bro, I thank you for coming to Morrow High back in the early 2000s, because this is where, like, the line from his poem, like, really affected my life. And he says, and I quote, "I need a woman who's by my side, who could pull me aside and tell me truth on how I really be acting. Help me do mental unpacking, because that's when it truly happens, unconditional love." You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things of the balance of knowing how to speak to my spirit. Like, you could be at whatever level you are in life for a brother like myself. Because I understand it's not necessarily where you are, it's about where you're at, where your headspace is. You could be the most beautiful thing walking, but your spirit is a septic tank. You see what I'm saying? So I'm really about that energy, like how your spirit moves, your character. God forbid anything can happen. You could walk, trip down the street, scrape your face. It's Atlanta, people doing crazy stuff. So anything can happen to your physical, but what is it about your mental? What is it about your spiritual? Like that's what matters the most, and it's being able to mesh on that level. So when we work together, when we're planning, when we're having the same vision for our lives, you see what I'm saying? Even if your goal may be something completely different from mine, like my business, jewelry, poetry, and everything like that, you may want to go into real estate. Whatever your goals or your dreams are, it's just having like what Goody Mob said, get up, get out, and get some. Like really just going forward and just attacking your goals and your dreams, because at the beginning and end of the day, nothing is going to manifest on its own merits. You have to put forth the effort along with those affirmations that you speak to manifest your reality.
Okay.
So it's like it's whatever, and that varies for everybody. So it's like whatever that looks like for real. And when I'm able to see that and identify, I'll be like, oh yeah, like your process is different, but I can respect it because I see the results. My love language is not words and affirmations, but I need to see the action behind your words. That's the Aquarius moon in me.
Okay. Oh wow, Aquarius moon's over here. All right, Rich Mo. So.
Oh, he's Aquarius moon too?
No. I used to date an Aquarius moon.
Oh, how did that go?
The one that I told
Obviously
you that I
go
became
well.
a better person. No, I became a better
I'm
person.
just
Him and
playing.
I became better people. Like that's also where a lot of this comes from.
That was a joke.
I know, but hold on. I'm gonna go to you. That's where a lot of this comes from, y'all. Like I was dealing with a person, and off and on for almost 3 years, and you know the first.
That was together.
We was together. You know what I'm saying? He was, you know, that was like really someone I really was like, I think I could marry this person. But obviously we're not together. So it ended like at the earlier part of this year. But the thing about it was that all of those questions that I was asking that woman, it came from dealing with him. Because the first year he messed up a lot, right? And as I said when Queen of Food was here, if you do one thing, I'm vicious. I don't trust you no more. Bye-bye. So I'm going to still be with you, but I'm going to give you hell. Right. You know? So, but then the thing was that he seen he hurt me and he changed. But I was so stuck in what he did that I wouldn't allow myself to see that he changed. So it's 8 months down the road, and I'm still giving him hell. But he's completely
he's not even doing it,
and he's changed, you know. So then we broke up a little, like for like 3 months, and I had some missteps, and I chose to go to my holistic doctor and got some energy work done. Really worked on removing certain traumas that I had from my father, and after that, I began to like see myself trip. You know, and he did the same. He got energy work done. He got attuned to Reiki. Like, we both did things energetically. And then I started to be like, yo, I'm tripping. Like, hold on. And then, like, we would blow up, but then we would sit because he was a patient and kind man. He wasn't an abusive man. So because of that, he had the control of his emotions to sit with me and talk. Like, okay, look, like, we was just tripping. We was just arguing, but let me talk to you. Like, you're not letting me feel heard. Like, I don't feel safe with you. And I'm like, me? Like, how you don't feel safe with me? But I loved him. So I'm like, let me listen to this man. Like, okay, wait. Like, and he really, like, laid it out to me. Like, you don't realize I do everything for you. Like, everything. But what do you really do for me? Like, do you really pay attention to things? I started learning football. I hate football. Oh, my God, y'all. Like, I hate football. But he loves it.
Right.
This was his childhood thing. So I'm like, okay, let me try to learn football. Like, this man, the Aquarius moon, this is what opened me up to being like, wow, I don't know how to love a man right. Because my other marriage was so toxic that he wasn't patient enough to sit with me. He wasn't kind enough to critique me. He just abused. You know what I'm saying? So all of this, it doesn't come from me just being so wise and knowledgeable. It really came from me.
Oh, it all comes from trials and tribulations. People always learn through you know, mistakes.
But we have to. But the thing is, as us women, we have to lay down a little bit of that ego and that entitlement.
Right.
And listen.
Exactly.
And when you have your partner, y'all both got to be in it together. Like, all right, we need to really like we've gone to our holistic practitioner together and got energy work done, and then had the conversation. Like,
Can I add
all
something
right,
to that?
yeah.
Not only, you know, I feel like both parties, you know, need to lay down ego and entitlement, but before you can even get to that step, you have to have that self-awareness first and foremost, because if you don't even know that there's a problem, you can't even fix it. You see what I'm saying? So like how you said, when he brought it to your attention, and he's like, I can't confide in you, or you don't know me, like how you know, and y'all had that conversation, and he's like, wait, how? Until you really on your own merit realize that, and had that self-awareness, like, I see what he was saying. Now I can actually work upon it. It's some people don't even see it. It's like what Abyss said. Peace to the God. He said some people be a mile away from heaven and still can't find home.
Yeah.
It's you're literally that close,
Right
but
there.
because your lack of awareness, which is vital for survival, is that fraction of a hair or whatever off, that right there is critical. Because if you can't even, it doesn't matter how successful you may be financially, money, whatever the case may be, if you don't have that awareness piece, that's completely huge. That right there, in my opinion, is like number one. Like you gotta have that awareness, because everything, that's the first domino to the domino effect. You see what I'm saying? In everything, in all aspects of life. So if you don't have that self-awareness, like you're truly lost, or how some people would say you're truly in purgatory. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, that's Mando.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of women don't have that awareness because we haven't been asked to. Rich Mo.
It's not that y'all haven't been asked to. It's just that it takes a certain level of maturity to even acknowledge something like that. Because your man could be telling you what you're doing, and you could just not be hearing him, because you might not be mature enough to be able to have any type of accountability. Some people just want to blame somebody else for everything. So it takes a certain level of maturity to say, you know what? Because where I'm at right now in life, I blame myself for everything. So even if you do something to me where you are wrong, I blame myself for allowing it to happen. I will find where I could have prevented that. and say I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, I should have left early, I should have did this, I should have did that.
Right.
So accountability is it comes with maturity, it comes with experience. You know. So and to answer your first question, honestly, when you said what you said about knowing how to order your man's food when he's not there, for me it's the attention to detail.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? It's the picking up where he leaves off. It's the understanding that you're supposed to be trying to complete the person. You know what I'm saying? Not to say complete, because I believe everybody should bring 100%. Right. But you know, if I see you slacking somewhere, I'm gonna try to help. You know what I mean? But what I cannot deal with is someone who doesn't pay attention to detail. Because if you are going to make the same mistakes over and over, or if you're not going to take the time to know who I am, because like you said, you can't be with somebody for 4 years and then tell me you cannot order their food for them, or you can't tell me what they like and what they don't like, or say, oh, he's not gonna like this,
right,
or he's gonna have a problem with this,
right,
or hey, he's coming, y'all need to, you understand what I'm saying?
That's aloofness. That's apathy.
Right, and the thing is with all the things that I deal with outside, because I deal with so much, when I come home to a woman, I need you to take the load off a little bit. You ain't got to do much, but I just don't want to have to come in and do too much. I shouldn't have to come in and be having to do things that you should have known about me already. Right. You should know I don't like this. You should know I might want this, or make things easy. If you see I come in and I do the same thing every day, have that shit set up if you can. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll do the same for you.
Right.
Thanks.
Yes.
If I see you going in the bathroom and I know, oh, okay, boom, 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 I set things up to make it easy for you. That's how I am. I pay attention to detail. If me and you are talking about something and you mention something, I might not even say nothing to you. I'm going to make that happen. And then it'll shock you, like, because I heard you.
Yes.
I need you to hear me.
Yes.
And that's real reciprocity when you really get down to the the bottom of it. That's real reciprocity. What you just said is literally for those out there who's like, how do I do it? Well, first and foremost, you take responsibility for everything that happens in your life. Point blank, period, no matter male or female. Pay attention to detail, because when you do that, you would get these type of results, and then you're able to decipher if it's really you or if it's really the other person, even for your own safety and sanity. So that way you could really determine what's right and what's not right, because man, that's very critical.
Yeah.
Very.
So because people will project things upon you that is not of you, and then now you're sitting here like, is that me? Is that not me? You done took on somebody else's energy. You done took on somebody else's problems, behavior patterns, and then you got to get to that point where you got to cut it at the root. But the way how you do that is really acknowledging who you are and how you are versus what you have picked up along the way from said individuals. It's a difference.
See, and that's the problem, because I don't want to ever in a relationship sound like I'm pointing fingers. I don't want to ever sound like, like, why you couldn't do this, why you couldn't do that, because I really don't need you to, but it just would feel good if you did.
Yes, it would have been nice.
You know what I'm saying? It would have been nice, because I do it for you.
Yes.
So I pay attention so much that I really like to make things easy on people, no matter who it is. Any relationship, it don't even got to be my girlfriend. It could just be anybody I'm around. If I know there's something that you like or something that you do, I'm gonna try to, you understand what I'm saying, like, make it easy. So it's not about making sure she's a good woman, it's making sure you're a good partner.
Yeah, I gotta
charity starts at home.
I gotta address the comment. I won't say who it is, but this is a teaching moment, and this is why I had this conversation, or why I wanted to have this conversation, because as you were talking about, when you come home, you would like certain things done.
Right.
And a female commented, and they were like, but it goes both ways. And then now they're continuing to say that, and please don't take offense, this is for us to learn, because I want women to pick these types of things up, because it took a lot of healing and therapy, energetic therapy for me to get here. But look, it's that unfortunately narcissists do the same thing, so it can be hard to know based on certain things, like acknowledging and making things easier for each other. So the thing is, women, when we bring in that type of energy, now that's what we're bringing to our new relationship. Because this is what I was doing too. So I'm not faulting you for the comment, but when you say, well, but what about this? It's like, no, we have to just listen and be quiet. And then we have to have the discernment to know that we are listening and being quiet to the right man. Because if we don't have discernment, we're going to keep on being with narcissists. I'm not even speaking that into my life no more.
Let's backpedal a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. What that person has to understand is the first thing I say about relationships, number one, is never get into a relationship if you're still broken. Yeah. You need to heal first. The fact that, nothing against her, but the fact that you,
I love her very much. This is a teaching moment.
All right, but the fact that you're even bringing up a narcissist, you're bringing stuff from the past into this. Ain't even a relationship, and you're already bringing up stuff from your past, which that should have nothing to do with this conversation. Because if you heard me, I said I want this because I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah,
it does go both ways. The reason why I want it is because I'm gonna give it.
Yeah.
The reason why I want it is because if I walk into the bathroom and you in the shower and your towel is not close to you, without even thinking about it, I'm gonna pick the towel up and put it close to you. You understand what I'm saying? Without thinking about it, I'm gonna do certain things for you. So that's why I want it. I don't want anything more than I'm going to give. And I'm just saying this to say that the fact that word narcissist, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when you bring stuff up like that in a conversation we're having about moving forward, you're already moving backwards. And this, you just took our conversation backwards into a negative state when we was talking positive. Nothing against her, but that just tells you where you at right now. And the thing is off jump, you should already know if you were a narcissist or not, and you wouldn't even have to you shouldn't even be dealing with that.
Right.
So the whole point is, this ain't about narcissists. This ain't about manipulative people or none of that. This is about how the question was, how do you know when your woman is being a good woman to you? So it had nothing to do with the man, actually. So we shouldn't even been talking about that. So honestly, I know you love her. I got love for her too. I don't even know who she is, but you need to really think about where your mind state is right now because of whatever you've been through, and think about how you're taking that into conversations, how you taking that energy into everything you're doing right now. Yeah. Because you just brought it in here and it wasn't even about that.
Yeah.
You know? Could I add something to that too?
Yes.
Two things, and with all respect. One of the things that immediately came to my mind is that we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. Yeah. And coming from lived experience of being a man who had to go through the healing process and actually do the work because I was bleeding on everybody. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like being an open wound. Like how, like a moment like that, that wasn't even where we was at with it, but that's where, in her reality, where she is right now. So it's kind of hard to see things outside of your reality if you're still stuck, if that's the narrative you still consistently
deal with. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So so it's like if you want to change your reality, change the narrative. Right. It's just something as simple as speaking it into existence. Like, I'm not going to do this no more. This is what it is. And literally, over time, you will literally see your reality change. Because that's how it started with me. It wasn't no real book or anything. It was like me taking the initiative to say, you know what? I'm no longer depressed. You know what? I am healing. You know what? This is, and whatever.
I am.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know it's crazy? I was about to disagree with you when you said you attract who you are, right? I was about to. But then I thought for a second. I like to think before I speak. Yeah. So I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? You might be right, because I have attracted who I am in certain situations. Mm-hmm. The problem is, once you face in a mirror, what's the first thing you do? You fix everything that you see is wrong. So in facing the mirror, I started fixing myself faster than the mirror could fix itself. So then you start to point fingers at that person, not realizing you was just like them 2 minutes ago. But now that you're making yourself better, it's not their fault that they might not be moving to be better as fast as you. So sometimes you got to realize that, like you said, like-minded people got together. You might have grown, but don't down that person for not growing as fast as you.
Exactly.
Just understand that you were that as well.
Right.
Because I definitely been in relations where I was what I was not liking. I just saw it and kind of like, I'm not going to, I'm going to change. I'm going to do better. But then they just obviously wasn't trying to do better. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, going back to what I said, in the example of the mother of my youngest, because that's exactly what happened. And that's something that I had to keep myself mindful of, that everybody's on their journey. Who am I to feel any type of way that her pace is slower or faster than mine? Because I've been in that same seat amongst other people, and the one thing I wanted was the consideration and just the love and the acknowledgement, like, all right, cool, you are at that pace where you at. I know you for who you are. I see that you're at least still moving forward, not being stagnant. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference, because like you said, we was once there too. Life is consistent. I consider myself a master student because I don't know everything. I'm forever learning.
Forever.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not like a cap to this. We're all forever learning.
Can I say something real quick?
Go on.
After that comment, do y'all notice the sage started burning
I smell it.
uncontrollably?
I smell it.
Because and I think
That's why I
that's a
shifted
sign.
it, because I was like,
and it's a sign to me because going back to the relationship I was talking about, that was when I realized, like, I'm bringing my old stuff here. And I think that we need to cleanse that word narcissist out. I think
Please,
that
I hate
is
that word.
something that, because even though that does exist, I feel that the more that we keep speaking it, the more we keep bringing it back into our lives.
Right.
And I feel like it's a cancer for us at this point, because any woman, when
It's
they
a cancer for the cancer.
Right.
because most women, we do, and I mean, I'm not saying that I'm like innocent. I've done that too. My family is pissed at me because I said I was raised by a narcissist. My dad did heal. He took time to heal. He, changed his life, but when he was raising me, he was a bit of a narcissist.
Right.
But I feel like we should lay that word to rest. I think we should lay it to rest and start to bring on a new energy.
It's
Look,
funny how and it's burning even more.
as soon as I said lay it to
like,
rest,
for
the sage
real.
just started burning. Here, let's take it out the window. It's about to burn.
I started smelling. I thought one of y'all did it.
No, it's just the energies. So okay, so now let's get back focused. I do have another question. So do you guys feel that women take advantage of their role as a woman with men, as far as because we have been raised with the happy wife, happy life, because we have been raised to always be catered to? Do you think that women take advantage of men?
Yes.
In what ways? Have you been taken advantage of? Do you feel you've been taken advantage of by a woman?
I know I have.
Mm-hmm. And how were you taken advantage of?
That's a lot of examples, but it's just one of those things where, one, I respect the snake that acknowledge and be straightforward that they're a snake.
Mm-hmm.
So I done been in situations where I be like, yo, why you do that? Or, hey, I feel like you doing this. And like, yep, I am. That's what it is. Just so you know. All right, cool. So now I have a choice to maneuver like that.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't like is the ones that give you that representative, and then you got to find out for yourself. And it's like, dang, we wasted so much time and so much happened with that. Hold this, God. So yeah.
So the representative, would that be like Gone Girl? Have any of y'all ever read Gone Girl?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, it's a movie too. Gone Girl. So she's this woman that at the beginning she's perfect. She's everything. She doesn't get mad. She likes sports. Everything perfect. And then once she has you hooked, then you see the real come out. Where she don't even like basketball, but she was just doing that to get you, and then she hits you with the woo wop wham, and now it's a whole different person. So that's the representative.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it too. That's part of it too. Then
Really? You've been married before?
I was married for 10 years.
Oh wow!
What?
Really?
hold on,
What? How we didn't know
24.
this?
Hold on, Sean.
All this time, y'all
Hold on.
can't see her.
You didn't know
hear
she
her,
was
but
married?
Yeah. Okay, y'all can't see her here. See over here. fire, but this is our like right hand. This is Rich's right hand. This is our boo thing. And also tap in after my show. She is the host of Black Ink After Dark.
One of the hosts.
The main host. He always gotta do this.
The main host. That's our show.
You can never just let her get her life.
Why would I? Hold on. We critique people's songs.
My bad.
Yeah, it's
Rich
we.
is the host too.
Yeah, I'm just the
Hey, you ain't
host.
gotta do
too.
Rich like that, man.
Right.
You ain't gotta do Rich like
I know.
that.
I'm the motherfucking music expert, nigga. What you doing?
Okay.
Look, nigga, I'm sorry. I had to say that. I felt bad saying nigga. Let me take that back.
Yeah, just a little excerpt. All of y'all indie artists, y'all send your music to Black Ink Radio Worldwide at Gmail, and they will play your music on Black Ink After Dark, and they will critique the music. So
Yes,
if you
we
think
will.
you got that fire,
Email it to Black Ink Radio Worldwide at Gmail. Black Ink Radio Worldwide at Gmail.
Y'all
And
heard
we
that,
will
right?
play your music 10 o'clock tonight and give it our best critique. Let you know how we feel and let the world hear it. Come on,
don't be scared.
don't be scared.
I want to go back
But let's
to
go.
your question.
Yes.
That's just one aspect on how women take advantage of men. A more popular way of like a woman saying, "All right, I just use him to get food from. I use him to pay my bills. I use him to do this. I use him for this and that and the other." So, and that has been the trend for the past 20 years,
Right.
20, 30 years.
Well, they definitely take advantage of us at this point.
Yeah. So it's like, even if it's kind of hard to scale how genuine a person is when they're playing that role and giving you the representative on top of that. Here you are investing, and it's like, what gives?
Right. What
So
am I
it's
paying
like
for?
some brothers out there, they're apprehensive. It's like, nah, what are you bringing to the table too? Like, cause you see them situations where brothers would take queens out, well, women out, and then they say, they want to order all the menu, but it's like, you wouldn't be ordering this if it was you by yourself.
Exactly.
Right. Like
Exactly.
now you just getting a free
Like,
meal.
Now you
See what I'm
ODing.
saying?
I took a chick out. She
You
like,
was just
she
drinking
like,
Irken jerk,
let
my
me-
nigga.
let me-
You don't
she-
drink Douce.
she ordered an extra meal. Hey, she ordered. I took a chick out. She ordered an extra meal for her daughter. I said
Are
she
you
ain't not even here.
serious?
I'm dead serious.
I-
Yo, that's and see, and that's
Dead serious.
and that's the thing. It's
In
like,
Houston's wasn't cheap.
At Houston's, I'm sorry, hold on, ladies.
Extra meal for her
just-
daughter.
As a woman, so I think it's safe for me to say this since I'm a woman, right? And y'all can receive it from
Go
your
ahead.
sister.
She's getting
Go
dinner.
ahead.
If a man is paying for you, I want you to pretend that you are the one paying for the meal, okay? So don't go all extra like you ain't never had no free meal before. That just makes you look cheap. It really makes you look desperate. It makes you
No,
look
what they-
like
what they
it looks
need
like
to
you
do-
thirsty.
they
And
are
that's-
thirsty. It don't
but
look.
That's not the
That's
reason
what
to
it
deal
is.
with a man.
Not only that,
It's different type of women in this world. The
Man,
women that do that,
it is
they are
right.
thirsty. And what you also got to think about is, see, I don't like jerks. You know what I'm saying? I don't like niggas that treat women like shit. You feel what I'm
with you on
saying?
that.
But my thing is, I understand when some niggas act the way they act because of what they've been through. And my thing is, like you were saying, the only reason why I'm saying this, these niggas wait till you do a show to do that.
I'm telling you,
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
hear
go
that
downstairs.
shit for a week. Anyway, they wait. Listen, these niggas. I hate that. Anyway, I like how what you said that act like you gonna pay for it because these type of dudes will make you pay for your food.
Can you go and see who?
They'll make you pay for your own food. You hear me?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like you'll be mad when he get up and walk out, and you got to pay for your own food.
Yes.
So you need to act like it because you don't want to be embarrassed.
Yes.
But I don't I don't mean to be so passionate about it, but there are women that will go, oh, where you want to go? I can't take you to a regular diner when you would eat at McDonald's.
Right.
But because I'm taking you out, it got to be STK.
Right.
It got to
Or go
be
to
Benny
Chow.
Hanna's or Benny Hanna's ain't even that bad.
And
but
nigga, I'm vegan. I don't even
Yeah.
eat that.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing,
Look.
but it's sad that they act
But
like
I
that
get
when
what
it's
you're
time to go on a
It's true.
date.
It's true.
Oh, you ain't going Benny Hanna's me. You ain't going this me. Oh, what I ain't gonna do. You do that shit to you do worse to yourself. But you telling me what I ain't gonna do, like that shit to me is like, yo, live within your means, man. That shit crazy.
See, it's going back. You know, to add to that, I've been in a situation where a young lady felt some type of way that if she brought her friend, and now we're about to go out on our first date, right? And she wants to bring her friend, and
That happens to me.
and she's like, "You ain't paying for my friend." It's like, no, I'm not buying drinks for her or anything. I'm not here to get to know your friend.
Nope.
Right.
I'm here to get to know you.
Yes.
To see if you're even potential to be wifey material. To see if you're even worth my time and my effort.
The fact that she brought her friend shows you she's not.
Well, yeah.
But wait, I didn't even get that, because when she told me over the phone, I'm like, nah. Immediately in my mind, I was like, nah, I'm not going.
Right.
But I'm trying to understand your logic. And she felt that it was a man who doesn't pay for her friend's drink is not a real man. And I was like, well, I guess you wasn't raised by real women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is the thing, and I'm
I like that.
Wait, say that one more time. Rewind.
She said a man that
She
don't
said-
pay for her friend's drink ain't a real man, and he said, I guess you
you're
wasn't
not a
raised
real-
by a woman.
real woman.
So look,
Put that on her mama.
and thank you for that.
Put that on your mama.
Hey, okay, so look,
Your mama.
I'm gonna tell y'all
All
what
respect.
that is.
I mean,
if y'all don't know
we gonna
that,
keep it real, we gonna keep
Nah,
it
that-
real.
yeah, no,
Cause
let's keep it a buck.
That shit happened to me.
I'm gonna
Go
tell
ahead.
y'all what
shit
that
is. Whack.
is, because I'm gonna be real with y'all. Before I had my son, I was one of them chicks. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
shout out to you.
I mean, I was like the
You was
NBA
high heels,
player.
HEELS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you took. I'm glad you added the A and took the motherfucking E out.
Yeah, I mean, but
'Cause
that
your
was
soul was on
that
empty.
was just unevolved. Like I told y'all before, I had awakening moments, and I ran, and I would run to be the it girl and date the NBA players and stuff. But the thing is, the reason why she did that is because of the company she keeps. Because
Her
I would
friends
have, because
forced
my
that.
friends would be like, "Oh, you ain't juicing that nigga, you ain't getting no money from him." So it's a floss move to be like, "Oh, you're paying for me and my friend." You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that was the purpose of that, and
But
that
see-
is just not the type of woman that you
And
want
that's
to
what I
deal
was
with.
gonna say, because honestly, when it happened to me, the girl really didn't want me to pay for her friends. But what happened was, when I met her, she was supposed to just stop by and come see me before she went to work. We were supposed to be a date, then she had to go to work. She said, but I'll still stop by. But she stopped by with
So
some
was
of
the friend stopping by too?
She ain't tell me that. When she stopped by, she had two girls with her. But then
Oh.
I had a couple friends with me. I was already in the spot. So my two dudes was trying to talk to the two friends. But then, so now they ordering drinks, ordering hookah. So I tell her, I said, look, I get a hookah for free. So, you ain't got to order hookah. So I get a hookah. I see two hookahs come. Okay, so y'all ordered a hookah anyway. Y'all don't listen. Then after that, they all ordering drinks. So I guess her friends thought, it was going down. So I said, all right, I ain't saying nothing. So the lady gave me the bill. So I said, hold on, I'm paying for whatever I had and whatever she had. I'll take care. She said, you're not going to pay for my friends? I said, no, I didn't invite your friends. Number one. I said, number two, they was talking to them. They need to see what they going to do.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? And then, oh, for real, you going to do that? So she was a little upset, you know what I'm saying, in front of her friends. When we spoke later, she wasn't upset. Then
why put on the
she
front?
does. I don't, because like
it's
you
the
said, it's the pressure from the
You-
friends.
that make you look like a
So
chump.
look, she does the same thing again, right?
They look like a chump for a
Hold
chump,
on,
man.
hold on. She does. This is when I let it go. She does the same thing again. She comes to a strip club. We in there, Caesar, Ted, everybody from the show. So now they excited, right? So you coming with these two girls again. So and then my other dudes are there. So I bring her into the section. They can't fit. Sorry, I'm not doing that, right? So then I give her some singles to throw. You know what I mean? Showing her love.
Please.
Hold on. So, my friend, one of the tattoo artists that I had, Jigga. I don't know if you know who Jigga is. He's an Asian artist, tattooed on his face, whatever. She goes to try to put the 100 singles in her purse.
I knew it.
He said no. He's like, no, what you doing? You better throw that. Like, he grabbed her arm and made her throw the money, right? Then I'm talking to her. So now I get like how I get. I said, yo, I said, so what you like? what are you here for? Like, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because I tried to put my arm around her and she kind of like pushed me off. I said, so listen, I'm letting you know now. If I can't touch you, I'm dealing with the strippers then. You feel what I'm saying? And she said, but I said, no, don't worry about it. So I turn around, and then he hears me talking to her. And then he said she looked at him, and he was like, he started laughing, and he was like, that's what you get. And then it was just like, her whole energy was just whack. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it was like, man, I had my fun, and she ain't have no fun, and that was it. Her friends was mad. I ain't let none of them get no drinks, no nothing. Like, y'all not drinking up these bottles. Like, I don't like opportunists. That's what that is.
So I coined that term. That's a Groupon. So she's not a groupie, but she's a
Groupon.
Groupon. She's a Groupon.
Wow.
A groupie is the one that. So you're the
I
one
like that.
Y'all Groupons out here?
You're Groupon.
Groupon.
I knew she put the money in her purse.
Y'all got the Groupon for the 4 for 4?
Yeah, that was the key.
She's a 4
that
for
she's
4.
a
She's a 4
Groupon.
for
Because the
4.
Groupon gonna try to keep that money. If you a real groupie or if you're really a Band-Aid or something like that, which is
Band-Aid.
another level.
You got terms.
Yo, I
Yeah,
mean, because
if
what
you're
I know,
another
what I'm
level,
familiar
you
with
know
Band-Aid
to throw
is
the
it's
move,
not
you
that.
throw in the money because later on you'll get something else. But that was
Yeah,
a
you
Groupon.
know you're going to get more.
Yeah, that was a Groupon.
She's a low-level groupie. Because how you trying to stash the first 100? You should think you're going to get money out of me.
Oh, right. Like, okay.
It was so funny. Yo, you should think that. Like, I'm going to get more from this nigga. Let me throw this money.
This is my former
It's coming
life.
back. Look, it's coming back out of her.
This
She
is
said,
my
yes.
former life.
She don't know. She could have.
Let me stop. This is my former life, y'all. We got to stage this out.
Yo, she was like,
this is murderous dog days.
yo, even we was pulling up, I said, I'm in the line to pull in. She said, what car are you in? Are you in the Phantom? I was like, oh, this girl's a real.
She's
a real.
Yeah, Sir Kanye and Jamie Foxx said,
I
ain't saying she a gold digger.
But she ain't. All right, so
She ain't messing with no broke nigga.
We about to pivot. We about to pivot. 'Cause
Pivot hard,
I got a
please.
juicy.
Shout out to the Groupons out there.
Shout out
for the 4 for 4s.
To the 4 for 4.
They trying. They trying.
Hey,
I mean,
Some of
listen.
them fuck for less.
Listen, let's say this, right? High Heels used to be a Groupon. Look where she's
I was
at
not
now.
a Groupon ever in life.
Look where she's at now. I'm not Grouponing you. I'm trying to show the elevation. I'm proud of you.
Ever in your life, I wasn't a Groupon, but I was one of those.
You was a Band-Aid.
I was a Band-Aid.
You was a Band-Aid.
I was a Band-Aid.
Define this Band-Aid.
A Band-Aid. So it's like, you're not a groupie, but you're like the friend to the people that are in the building. You know what I'm saying? And you keep things together. She's
friends with the Groupons.
No.
And the groupies.
No, I've ward off the Groupons and be like, that bitch is a Groupon. Like,
you're
a mistress. But, did you say mistress?
Oh, not mistress.
I'm done.
I used the wrong word.
Pivot. Pivot.
No.
Hey, I didn't see y'all in the group chat. How y'all doing?
Pivot. So the next question that I have for you men, y'all, I was cool. Anywho, gosh, pivot. So question.
Duchess. That's the word I was looking for. You a Duchess.
I'm a Duchess. That's nice.
Duchess. I can see that.
I was like, I'm a god.
Because a Duchess is the one that keep all the other hoes in check.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Exactly what it is.
That's not so bad.
Somebody said
Not a
like
mistress.
love zone.
See,
We got people in the group chat.
Well, let's hear
In
what
the
they're
chat
saying.
on YouTube.
Let's hear what they talking about.
I'm mad I wasn't looking earlier because they said this is dope. Then they said like Love Jones. Y'all too cute.
Okay, all right.
They make it hard for real ones.
They do make it hard for
They
real
say he
ones.
truly has a valid point. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
The camera is shaking all of a sudden. That's when the music started.
Man,
Oh, okay.
that shit.
Very good conversation.
Okay.
What's the age range? Mature audience conversation for grown folks.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out to the comments.
That's Miss Gabby and Amani on here.
Oh, hey y'all. Hey, Miss
What's
Gabby.
happening?
Okay, so Miss Gabby, that's my sis.
Miss Gabby was
Okay.
talking. Miss Gabby is the one that was saying the grown conversation and
Yes.
yeah.
Because she knows the story.
She said
knows
y'all
the
too
ropes.
cute. Oh, she knows y'all.
She knows me.
Okay.
We too
No,
cute.
who too cute?
I don't know who was too
She
cute.
funny.
Yeah.
She funny. Anywho,
She
so
know your
pivot.
type.
Partner, y'all. This
She said, "Hey sis,
Hey sis, I love you.
Miss Gabby."
Okay, so question.
And Miss Gabby, send a
Hey,
picture.
auntie.
This for
No, I'm
both of
just
y'all.
Hey auntie.
So, have you ever cheated?
Yes.
Who's Golda?
I'm Golda. That's my name.
Okay.
That's my birth name.
My bad. She said, "Hey, Golda."
Hey. Yeah, that's my name.
Her name is High
I'm not
Heels
gonna lie
Lady.
about it.
Right, I was all like, she does the government, but yeah, no, that's my name. My
name is
Golda.
High Heels.
I was named after the first Israeli female prime minister.
Okay.
She was the Iron Lady.
Oh, that's a dope name. It should have been Golda Heels. Snap.
Yeah.
I can't snap. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
I like high heels. High heels is a vibe. And,
I like Golda.
I
Golda
like
sounds
Golda too.
big.
Yeah,
Gold.
That's why
Golda.
well, that's why I don't say my name is high heels. I say I go by high heels.
She
If
said
you'll
you got to
ever-
pick. You got to show a pic of her when you get a chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
Okay, I think she likes my hot auntie.
Okay. Look. Pivot question. So, have you ever
Pivot.
cheated?
Yes.
Why?
Damn. Wait. Whoa. So that's your answer?
Just yes. Yeah, he said.
No, I mean she's acting like a 2 point. Yeah.
No, he answered very, very fast. I
Yeah,
just
he
didn't.
did.
Know, I didn't know that.
He did, right?
That was extremely
But the
fast,
first
though.
time
I
he
mean,
answered, he answered fast
yeah,
too.
Yeah,
Oh, so you asked that already?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my bad. So you knew,
But he answered
mean,
really.
yeah,
You
I
was
mean-
you knew
talking
it was
to
coming.
Gabby
Okay,
over
my
here.
bad. I'm
No,
sorry.
no. Even the first time she asked it said the same thing. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't
I'm
know.
not, I'm not
So
gonna.
what
I dare
led-
to be transparent.
Okay,
That's
what,
dope.
I'm gonna ask both of y'all this, but hold on.
We are focused, Gabby.
So what? So what do you feel? Okay, how do I put this in a way where women don't be like what? But I'm gonna just say it like this.
Talk about it.
What made you cheat?
That's yeah, good question. Good
What made
question.
me cheat?
What made you cheat? What made you cheat?
On what occasion?
Oh, he cheated
Oh my
multiple
gosh.
times.
So okay. I mean.
Oh my god.
have
All right,
you
give us
cheated?
no. Let's get back to him. Give us a couple reasons why you cheated in different situations.
Right. Because
Sure.
we want. Because the reason why I'm asking you this is so that women have a perspective.
Sure.
There's a reason, guys.
Understand.
Give us a couple
Okay,
reasons.
So, yes, I cheated before. Do I do that stuff now? Hell to the fuck no. Because one thing, I understood that I'm disrespecting myself, and I would never attract the woman that I'm truly looking for by acting like a little grown ass boy.
I don't mean to cut you off. I love what you're saying, but why did you cheat was the question.
Oh.
Yes.
Not
yes.
did you cheat
What-
if you ever
what
do it
led
again.
you
We
to
know you.
cheat?
We know you're not there no more.
That was a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Wait,
I know
You're beating
you
around the
don't
question.
wanna claim it.
Transparency, baby. Transparency.
Ray, I got this. I got this, son.
My bad. He's about to go ahead.
We
Go
like
ahead.
what led?
I want to know. That's why, because he went the other way.
So,
He gave the conscious. You know, we got
okay.
we got.
My bad. Y'all do
Yeah.
things differently. Go ahead.
So
Yeah.
check it. When majority of that stuff was going on, I was definitely younger. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I was a young bull out here. Like,
Right.
it would be a bad week if I didn't at least have 3. So yeah. Thank God. Thank God I'm not like that no more.
Shout out to you.
Also,
Shout out to you.
Also, piggybacking on the conversation we had yesterday, being someone who is naturally poly, and at that particular time, I knew what I want, but I was in the wrong community, trying to exercise what I wanted, and I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am now about myself first and the polyamorous community. Because being poly in the swingers life is not, you're just a swinger. So
Yeah, that's because that's always the thing.
so, and that's one aspect of it. The other aspect is the unfulfillment from the
Person you with.
exactly.
Right.
It was in looking back on that relationship dynamic, being transparent with that particular young lady, and even though I'm transparent about my shortcomings and hey, what you see is what you get, she went into it with thinking that she could change me. I went into it thinking that she could change me, when ultimately I'm the only one who could change me.
That's a big fact.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that relationship ultimately ended with me walking away, even though I was the one who did a lot of fuck shit.
Right.
But it was because I chose myself, because when it was good, we was beautiful. We moved mountains. But when it was bad, we was toxic. I got exactly what I prayed for, a relationship like what I could see to be Joker and Harley Quinn. So all that trauma bonding, all of that toxic bullshit, all of that demon time that y'all niggas be talking about, man,
Ew.
fuck that shit.
Right. My bad.
For real.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Because
Sorry, I thought we was pro, but go ahead. Fuck that.
Oh, no, man, no, for real. I mean,
okay. So, pretty much you cheated because you were in a certain place.
Yeah, I was still trying to find myself at the same time while being something that I knew I couldn't live up to for her. So, and then it's like we're two people literally trying to be what we want to be for the other person and not truly being who we are
for yourselves.
So that's just being young and dumb.
Yeah.
Going through that phase. So yeah.
So, Rich Mo.
Hi, Heels.
Have you cheated before?
I actually don't cheat in relationships.
You've never cheated ever in your life.
You never got head from another woman besides your girl?
No. No.
What?
What? It's not cheating. Nigga,
No,
what?
I mean, if you ask,
wait. It's not cheating
Listen,
if I have an emotional connection with another person.
See that now we're going somewhere. See the thing is this, right? So if you ask the people that I've been with, they feel like I've cheated because I've either flirted with somebody or I've said something to somebody that they felt was inappropriate. But physically, no, because I feel like if I have to cheat on you, I shouldn't be with you. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? I've even been cheated on and didn't cheat back. Because to me, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yes.
Like, what are we really here for? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I might flirt. I might, dance along the lines of, entertaining people, but I won't exactly cross that line. But like you said, to some people, that's cheating still. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I feel like cheating is subjective. So, in my opinion, no, I haven't. But I mean, yeah, if you ask other people, just the fact that I've entertained
other women, conversation
with other women, or even good morning, good night, even, you know what I'm saying? They feel like all of that's cheating. So.
But that's them truly not addressing their insecurities, and we're not responsible for another man or woman's insecurities. Because
definitely a woman.
If you're, I'm just saying.
No, I get what you're saying.
For those who's listening,
I have a question.
Your friend Gabby,
you don't look like you stay in Midtown.
Different. I don't stay in Midtown at all.
I do have a question.
Your friend Gabby said head is not cheating. Who is she?
Head is not cheating.
Where does she come from?
She is a Virgo.
Okay, that says a lot, Virgo.
That does.
Well, okay, wait.
Okay, what you about to say?
Head's not cheating, but if I have an emotional connection, even though it's not,
that's cheating.
The head is cheating too. Head is cheating too. But what I will ask, I'm
not cheating. I just want to get y'all, understand y'all
so
logic.
What would make you what would make
have you
converse?
Cheated?
Have I cheated?
Yeah.
No. I'm not a cheater. I left. I'd rather leave. And
so why was you so surprised at me?
Have you had an emotional connection with somebody
another
else?
person?
No, not while I was married. I've been separated.
We didn't ask you about your marriage. We asked about have you ever been in a relationship and had an emotional connection with somebody else? Married?
No, I got married when I was 20. I really didn't have any relationship experience.
Okay.
So yeah, I really didn't have serious relationships.
So you never was feeling somebody else while you was married?
No.
Okay.
No, what? I was very. Now I separated from my husband in the end of 2011. So we were separated from 2011 to the mid 2013. And in that time, I dated people. I did whatever. And he was living with me for a minute. After my mom died, he came and stayed with me because I needed
the dude
that.
you was cheating with?
No, my ex-husband.
Okay.
Because we had a separation from 2013 to 2011 to 2013. So in that time, I did whatever. But most people, people will consider that cheating because I was still
under the eyes of
married.
Under the eyes of God,
married.
You're still cheating because death hasn't done y'all part.
But no,
cheater,
I'm
sinner.
Not,
well,
hey,
okay.
Wait.
How did the other gentlemen feel that you was involving yourself with? Did any one of them feel some type of way that you was involving yourself with somebody else and still had a husband?
Absolutely.
So that could even be by perspective. That could even be viewed along those lines too.
Well, it wasn't cheating mainly because I had filed for divorce. Like I took that step. Now the person I was dealing with last, because I was in that process of divorce when I started dealing with him, and that was the issue was that, but you're still married, and so I understand people will consider that still being married. But I was in the process of the divorce. But when I was with my husband, no, I did not cheat on him. I'd rather just leave you than cheat because I don't like lying and stuff. I don't like having to go through that process. But
you never double back?
Double back like what do
you
you
never
mean?
double back? Like, all right, I'm out here doing my thing, but just for old time's sakes, husband, since you're right here because you convenient in the house?
No, I have not slept with my husband since I left him in 2019.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
And he has amazing sex.
Respectfully.
And I would never, ever again because it's about energy and the spirit for me. And if we're not there,
no, but it was an important question to ask because like that's something that most women do.
Okay.
And then they don't consider that to be cheating.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as something like entertaining another woman's conversation, all hell breaks loose. You see what I'm saying? So it's a double standard. It's a dichotomy.
Okay. So we're gonna I gotta
define dichotomy, please, for the layman people.
Google it.
I don't even know how to spell it to Google it. I'm gonna sound it out like I tell my daughter. Dichotomy.
So is it safe to say then? But this is for the women, for us to have education. So is it safe to say that men, y'all look at so you know how a lot of guys don't like to date women that have children, right?
No.
I never was against that.
No. Don't say a lot of guys. Some guys, like some women, don't want niggas with kids.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
That's a certain type.
That's preference.
Okay.
Don't put that on no one.
And that's beautiful. No, honestly, that's really beautiful. To
At my
hear
age,
that.
all these women got
They
kids.
all got kids. I'm like,
Everybody.
how you find someone that don't got kids?
But that's when you 20 and it's
In
like
your
another
mid-30s.
20-year-old got kids. It's like, okay. But when you hit 30, any of these chicks say, I don't want a nigga with kids. So what you want, a high schooler?
I mean, like,
Because what you
They're
want?
robbing
Because
the
everybody
cradle.
got kids. The fact that you 30 without kids says a lot about you.
Facts.
Really?
It does. Your
It does.
pregnancy
That's
is going to be
you-
horrible.
Yeah.
After 30,
I'm
your
talking
pregnancy
about
is going to be
me.
bad. I'm
Yeah.
talking about period for women.
After pregnancy, after 30, my pregnancy, anywho.
Yeah, it gets hard.
So I was gonna say then that where that comes from when men are like hesitant to date a woman that has kids because they've had an experience where the woman's double back with the man.
Well, people, I think it's the same thing with men and women. You feel like a baby daddy or baby mother could always hit his baby mama, or the vice versa. People always feel like that way. That's number one. Number two, you don't want to deal with drama of the other nigga because he could be. It's so many variables that a kid adds. Mm-hmm. Then do I got to take care of your kid? Then it's like now I got to be a stepdaddy. I might not have kids. It's just so much things a kid could bring that complicates the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
True.
That's the thing why I think people might feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing.
Okay. And, to add to that, you got those aspects of now you're involving yourself with a woman who has children, and she wants you to play that role
Daddy.
that he is not fulfilling in her life. Mm-hmm. Not along with what he's not fulfilling in his children's life. So hence the video that went viral recently about the father bringing his
with
son,
the food.
yeah, with the food thing. It's like that was, in my opinion, if he decided to do that, he could do that, but he's not obligated.
Well, he was still sleeping with her though.
Oh, I didn't
they didn't add that part.
Hey, look, just from the outside look.
Yeah, no, because
I stay in my own.
Yeah, if you're dealing with me, with all of my kids, you can't just be like, I'm gonna bring one and not the other.
Yeah, but that video didn't suggest that. And my thing is with her attitude, it's like, come on. And my thing is, even if I'm dealing with you, that don't listen. If I'm sleeping with my baby mama, that doesn't mean I gotta take care of all the kids. Were they together? Sleeping with her and being together is two different things. If I'm still knocking your boots because we had kids, don't mean we together, number one.
Thanks.
And it doesn't mean I got to take care of the rest of your kids. And if you got an attitude like hers, she might make me not want to take care of the rest of her kids.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, though, on one end, though, like, I mean, she's still smashing the baby daddy and she not with him. I don't know.
She
Yeah,
probably
what these
smashing.
comments
She,
looking
she
like?
could be smashing the other
What
ones.
are the comments, right?
She could be smashing the other baby daddies. You feel me?
Yes. But
She's smashing the mailman. Like
Anybody,
we gonna
let
have
them
to-
take up let them take up the slack.
she
man.
for the streets.
Drop my phone. I didn't drop my phone. We're going to wrap it up only because
You got more questions for me?
We've reached our time pretty much.
Oh,
I
we
just
did?
want to, I'm going to have to wrap it
That's
up.
so
and-
much more.
a
to
lot of
say,
typos.
It is, I know. So.
All right. Okay. How much time we got before the show starts?
I've got about a good 5 minutes, and we got to wrap it on up. So that was a good first installment of I Love You, Black Man, because
You got to bring me back for part 2.
we
We got to do
Come
this
back.
again.
I really honestly want us women to have these conversations, and I feel like it's I Love You, Black Man.
Nah.
So we're listening
I thought
to the
about
men.
that, but no.
This is no.
It's
This
about
is for the men.
Men
It's
need
only
platforms.
for the men.
Men
It's
need
for the men
platforms
to-
where we can actually be
Listen to what just
transparent.
happened.
Women-
You said I need to bring a female.
No. Hear me out. Like for real.
Talk about it, brother.
Yeah, that's another reason why I just did an event called Fatherhood Looks Good on You last month, where I provided a safe place for black fathers and our children to be transparent and actually get healing, and it's not just a kumbaya moment, because there's a lot of services out here for women to be transparent, say exactly how you feel, but especially for a black man, we have nothing out there. You see what I'm saying? Not and then especially as a black father, y'all have many avenues, and it's like trending. It's in the media. It's everything of the black one being able to vent, go off, and the whole your dig, and it's with the lack of accountability being held in a lot of these cases. But for a man, it's completely different. It's completely different. So we need spaces like this
To be able to talk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if we are wrong in what we're saying, to even get it out so we could respectfully be corrected. But it's that balance. You see what I'm saying?
Well, what we do need with women is we need the women. Hold on. What we need is we need the women to tap in and ask your questions or voice your opinion, but you're not going to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can
You can tap in from the sidelines like Miss Gabby.
Or
You can
like
tap in
our
right
sister
there
over
on her
here.
live. But I want our men. We need to be able to voice how we feel
Please.
because that's what it's about.
Yes. We have
you
to
know
create
what?
space for them. I'm a healer first and foremost, and I want our men to have space.
Thank you.
So before we go,
Hearts.
hearts and lungs. Before we go,
How much
I
time
do
we got?
want y'all to. I gotta wrap it up. So before we go, I just want you to tell everyone how they can get these beautiful adornments that are on the table here.
Yes. So
Yeah, let's show 'em.
Yes, tap
So,
in, y'all.
this is
He brought all
Gemstone
of the
Dripping.
vibes.
Gemstone Dripping. Everything's crafted by me and a few selected jewelers that I work with. As you see, I make copper look like rose gold. I make brass look like gold, and I also wrap with copper, brass, gold, and silver. Custom oil, everything. GemstoneDripping.com. Find me on Instagram, Gemstone Dripping, GemstoneDrippin. Also, you can follow me on my main page, the poetry page. I am Benjamine Divine. I'm available for all bookings, public speaking, workshops. We do it all. I got bars if I got enough time to spit something. If not, no worries. But yeah, we get it in. We gets busy, baby.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. In closing, we'll leave off with you spitting, but I hope that we all just grab this, or I said grab this. I hope that this was the beginning of just beautiful conversations that we can have to heal, because like I said before, I do want to honor Kevin Samuels and the legacy that he did create by giving men a space to be heard and to be considered. And so we want to take the positive from that, and we want to move forward with it. So I will see you guys next week. Next week, who am I having on? Next week, it is going to be, Raheem Shabazz and Rick Mathis. We are going to be talking about the new documentary, Be First, Black First. Are you putting Black first? Are you putting Black first?
Yeah.
All right, we closing with a piece from our boy Benjamin Divine. Holla at your boy.
All right, cool. Let's get it. Beats battle bars with bastards on this boulevard. Bang boisterous behaviors with benevolence for the bigots and the bigotry. The black boy blood bleeds out in sacred geometry. In the cracks of the concrete, he's busted from the buckshots that took his life and his dreams. Me, I'm back from reality, cruising in black Buicks. And it's blasphemous how black tragedy still doesn't make some of you sick. Senses black out like Stevie's vision. 70,000 black women blush none before they went missing in the black of night and broad daylight. And nigga, you still bitching about a Beamer Benz, a Bentley, Bloods, a Crips beefing. A beryled bitch with butt injectors whose booty bought with Benjamins to bring down her self-worth and her self-esteem. Joe baby been a bust down. So stop saving these hoes and go save our queens. But these boys we call brothers been trending backgrounds, blowing backwards to balance the bereavements of being broke down by their mothers, by each other, because loyalty has backfired. Can't reach the benchmark before benediction. Still bitter from America's baptism, the penal system, and the barrage of police bullets in the blueprints. Black people, please be found in the bravery of my bluntness. Brainstorm the brainwashing or have to keep us all brainless. Burglarize our brilliance and beseech you to believe that we be buffoon baboons. But the fucked up shit is, part of it's true from the way how we used to depict ourselves on MTV, BET, and the 5 o'clock news. Newsflash, niggas. Pay more attention to what they didn't teach you and what they're not teaching our kids. They got them drinking the Jim Jones Kool-Aid just like we did. But the difference is there's no medicine, pollutant, poison, and propaganda, and everything to steal your chi, get you not to think, cause a God in you to shrink, cause a God in you to convert to savage life, because savages don't think. They just react like the part in this poem you never hesitate to scream. Rewind this, replay these facts in your mind and rewind that. This here rhythm and poetry be real rap. You can't ignore the facts like overweights can ignore the fat. Try. Watch out the pen leaving an arrested cardiac killing you softly like Roberta Flack. Why? Because off-brands got the culture popping more than realness. How much is your pedal still paying these niggas not to be authentic? How much are they paying for your soul to remain illiterate? The same price they pay Gail to say that shit about Kobe and cop that R. Kelly bit. You know, America's one chocolate factory with no golden tickets. Just shit.
Ooh. All right. See you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Follow your boy.
I am Benjamine Divine. GemstoneDripping.com.
Bam.
Rocks with your boy.
All right.
You are now tuned in to Black Ink Radio.